All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect on the highways and byways pushing the truth. It's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with another lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying. You know, I want to start off by saying the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai for allowing me to come out and preach to the 12 tribes of Israel, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're prophesying the downfall of Mount Seir, okay, aka Babylon, which we now call America, okay, which is ancient Egypt, by the way, if you didn't know that. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing today? Okay, I hope you have a good day then. Probably another Israelite, but don't want to listen to the word, but it's all good. Looking at the sun. Who knows? Every now and again, I get a Jake that walks by here, and I try to tell him the truth. I try to put him on to the precepts. No matter how much I try to pull out what I'm talking about out of the Bible, he doesn't want to listen to the word, okay? But that doesn't mean because he doesn't listen that it's not going to happen, all right? I think I was showing him how he don't believe it. He don't believe the Bible. He don't believe the word. As a matter of fact, he don't love God like he think he does. All right, because if he did, he would incline the ear, he would listen, you know, it would wake him up, it would shake up his spirit. I gave him some couple of precepts, told him to go look into it. You ain't got to trust me, do your own research. That's what I had to do when I heard the word. You know, I went and did a diligent search to see if these things were true. So you got to do the same thing. You got to be persuaded in your own mind. Okay, if you still think you're a Gentile in 2024, then you don't know who you are. Okay. You don't know the Lord created 18 nations, and you think you're whatever the so-called white man called you, okay? And they think because I'm saying the so-called white man, and I keep saying so-called, but they don't inquire the so-called. They think you're just being a racist, okay? But what he doesn't know is there's a lot of stumbling blocks out here, and I was meditating on this. Everything's a stumbling block, okay? He didn't want to listen to the word. He said he was in pain. He was an older gentleman, I believe from the tribe of Ephraim. You know, okay? But that pain that the Lord put on you is your stumbling block, okay? Everything's a stumbling block. You know, he might see me, my skin might be a stumbling block to him. Maybe if he saw someone that looked more like himself, he would incline more, but that ain't the case. You know, most of the times it's because you just been rejected. You're not gonna get, no matter how many times we bring out the precepts, know how many times we show you the pictures of Mount Seir, show you in the scriptures how America's Babylon, okay? Break down the scriptures properly. You're not gonna get it. It's not for you, okay? This word is only for the elect of Israel, all right? But he thinks, you know, God loves everybody. We're all, you know, we're all one. God loves everyone, okay? But we got scriptures showing you that God don't love everyone. And then when we bring them out, you ignore it. So, you know, I'm just going to wash my hands off. I did, you know, I chased the dude up the street. But you can't force feed an Israelite, man. Okay? I mean, what did Ezekiel, what did the Lord say to Ezekiel? Let's jump over to Ezekiel too. I'll start over there in Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter. People are stiff-necked, hard-headed, hard-hearted, stiff-hearted, I should say. All right. Ezekiel 2, I'm going to read the whole chapter. It's only 10 verses. And he said unto me, son of man, this is Ezekiel 2:1. And he said unto me, son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. So they rebelled against the Most High. You don't think they're going to rebel against little old me? Who the hell am I? I ain't the Most High. I'm nowhere near the Most High, okay? His thoughts are much different than my thoughts, all right? So, you know, the Lord's telling him that they rebelled against him, okay? So you got to expect that same type of rebellion. It's that rebellious spirit, because he's not rebelling against you. He's rebelling against Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's why he has a cross. That's why he prays in the name of Jesus Christ. Okay. They and their fathers have transgressed against me even unto this very day. Yeah, and even until this very day too. Okay, I'm the second witness. So, let all things be established. All right. Ezekiel saying it. Well, he's being told this. Okay. And from me reading it, I see it with my own eyes. For they are impudent. Impudent means like stupid. Okay. Let me just grab the definition of impudent. Make sure I'm bringing it out correctly. Define impudent. Not showing due respect for another person. Okay? Yeah, you ain't showing due respect to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. The fact that you still walk on the earth is a testimony to the mercy of our Lord and Savior. Okay? And the Heavenly Father. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Yeah, we say thus saith the Lord, but it's not ringing a bell in their heads. And they whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. For they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. Yeah, you're gonna know there's a prophet among you when you get that new plague that's going to be coming. You might get bird flu because of you being rebellious. Okay, you might get put into a concentration camp. Okay, quarantine camp, because you're being rebellious. And during this grace period, you had the time to incline your ear and pretty much save your soul. But you ain't gonna save your soul. But like I said, there's a lot of stumbling blocks out here, man. Even in the scriptures, he kept saying how you read the King James Version. In the King James Version, it says the Holy Ghost. Okay, that's a Catholic doctrine. There's no ghost. You ain't praying in the name of a ghost. And I agreed with him. I told him that we don't say that, but that's a stumbling block that Yahweh Shem Yahweh set just so you don't get it. And I try to get him to hop over this stumbling block, walk around this stumbling block, but he still won't get past it. That's the stumbling block, okay? And that's just one thing. Never mind that Revelation 1 and 14. Never mind Job 30 and 30, okay? Never mind Acts 13 and 1, okay? I was bringing them out to him, showing them that what you believe is false, all right? But he rather believe in the false doctrine. Just because I heard one brother say this, and Lord will I can say it correctly, he said that just because everyone believes a lie doesn't mean it's the truth. And just because everyone believes that same lie doesn't mean that the truth is the lie is the truth and the truth is the lie. Somewhere around there, roughly paraphrasing. And that's true, okay? It just means that you believe a lie and the truth remains the truth, okay? Ezekiel 2 and 6, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest well, you do dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Yeah, they might look at you funny, man. All right? Because you got a Bible in your hand. I go to another spot here in Lynn, Massachusetts, too. I get this lady that bucks up against me all the time. I don't say a word to her, okay? I don't say a word to her. But that rebellious spirit on her shows me that she doesn't have any knowledge, wisdom, or understanding, okay? And you rather come up against somebody who's reading the Bible. Why don't you come up against all the wickedness that you see? But she has no answer for the wickedness that she sees. She's complacent with that. But anyone bringing out the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, she's going to go up against that, because that's wicked to her, okay? What is that? Isaiah 45. Hold on. Let's grab this precept. No, it's Isaiah 5. this out my phone real quick. Isaiah 5. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. It reads, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. And that's what she's doing by bucking up against me. Okay. She's calling evil good and good evil. Okay. The good that I'm doing, she's calling that evil. Bringing out the Yahweh Shem Yahushua, she's calling that evil. Going into the Hebrew and the Greek, she's calling that evil. Then I'm trying to show this gentleman, okay, yeah, it goes back to Greek, but he's like, oh, but it's the Latin. Even if you're reading the Latin, the Greek, the English, okay, you got to go back into the Hebrew and get as much understanding as you can, because this word wasn't written in English or Latin or Greek or any other language for that matter. If it's not Hebrew or Greek, the New Testament was written in Greek, okay? But King James is a stumbling block to him. King James is a so-called white man to him. He has too many stumbling blocks, okay? Way too many. You get over one and he got another 100 of them you gotta go across, okay? So I'm here to break down those strongholds and those stumbling blocks, but if you're not worthy of the word, then you're just not worthy, okay? It's the book of Ezekiel 2 and 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. They're the most rebellious, okay, above everyone else. If I was telling Esau, hey, you know, y'all are the children of God. Oh, yeah, yes, thank you for telling me that. And we got to go to you. We got to make sure you're righteous so the world can prosper again. Oh, really? All right, let me get on the stage, man. Let me go get me a tripod. Go put my cell phone up and go start making videos, letting the rest of my people know that we're the truth. We're the children of God. I always knew that anyway. Or if I go to Ham would love to hear these words. Okay, but when you go to the most rebellious, they're going to buck up against this word, okay? And you got to expect that, but that's okay. We were bucking up against the word for a long time before we came into this truth. Okay, we were enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua when we were not in this truth, doing his will, doing his work. Okay, but he had mercy on us, brought us into this truth, showed us our transgressions, and allowed us to repent, okay? So we can build up a good rapport with him because we know that the last days are coming. He's sharing that information with us, okay? Going back to Amos 3 and 7. Let me just go jump over there real quick. Just bring it all out. It's the book of Amos chapter 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Okay, he's the one that's going to make sure that you get this word, okay, so you can say before, so you can be a prophet, so you can save your people, okay, so you can clean a multitude of your own sins, whether you committed them in this life, the past life, or sins you haven't committed ahead of you. All right, doing this work, man. Even if you get put to death doing this work, it's all beautiful. You want to get put to death doing the best job in the world, man. Being a prophet, that's the best thing you could be in this world. Okay, knowing what's gonna happen, seeing the Lord dealing with you, okay, increasing your knowledge, all right, giving you more strength, more wisdom to come out here and do it again, all right, being that church that like a mobile church. I can pull up on any block and start teaching the word. It's beautiful, okay, and he allowed me to go work and still come out and do his word. And I don't take that lightly. I know that when he allows me to do that, I better come and do the word, okay? And that's beautiful. The water Yahweh Shem Yahushua for that. All right, let's jump back to the book of Ezekiel chapter 2 and 7. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like the rebellious house. Yeah, don't be like 2/3 of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, don't be like them. Because their end is destruction if they don't repent. Even though they're chosen to be Israel, we're going to see them in the kingdom. It's all good. It's a win-win both ways, all right? But we got to still do this work. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. Yeah, open your mouth, man. Open your mouth. Eat this roll. Okay, don't be rebellious. Don't close your mouth like a kid, like a little baby, man. Trying to feed him food and he's like, you know, closing his mouth. He don't want to eat his vegetables. Okay, that's just like these rebellious children not eating their vegetables. Okay, Daniel ate his vegetables. And look at him. As a matter of fact, let me go get that, man. Go get that. Because he's a good example of eating your vegetables. Oh, I love Daniel though, man. Daniel, man, he's in his lot. He's in his lot, you know. And I believe he's doing the work too. Okay. Let's see what chapter that's in. We'll jump over to Daniel, the first chapter. Get that account. Actually, let me get that in the blue letter in case there's any words I want to look up. Daniel. He don't like that I'm calling out the so-called white man, man. We got to say it the way it is, man. Whether you don't like it or not, it is what it is, man. He's still going to bring that sword against you, man. All right? Where should we start? I'll start at verse 8. Daniel 1:8. But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not be defiled, not defile himself, Salakia. And that's what we're doing when we eating of the king's meat. We're defiling ourselves. King's meat going into these philosophies, okay? That's what he's eating. He's eating of the king's meat. But I'm telling them to, you know, fast from that and eat these vegetables, man. And see how better off you're going to be, okay? Daniel 1:9. Now the Most High had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs, okay? Yeah, when your ways please the Lord, your enemies will be at peace with you, okay? And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king. Okay, the eunuch saying he fears his lord the king, which is a man, who have appointed your meat and your drink, for why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Okay, because Daniel was brought over to Babylon. When you go up to the first, I'll read it. I'll jump up to the top. Okay, because he said of your sort. Okay, Book of Daniel 1:1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. Now it says Nebuchadnezzar, but I say Nebuchadnezzar. Okay. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand. The Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand. Okay, because he set it up and put it down. Okay, with part of the vessels of the house of God. Okay, his vessels in the temple, man. Okay, all those gold, all that gold, man, that the priests used to use. They were consecrated ornaments of the Lord, which he carried into the land of Shinar. Let's see what Shinar is. I know it's somewhere in Babylon, but let's get some meat. Let's eat, man. Let's eat.
Strong's H8152.
Shinar. It means country of two rivers, the ancient name for the territory later known as Babylonia or Chaldea. To the house of his God. Okay, so he took the gold out of the house of the Most High and put it in the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz. Let's see who Ashpenaz is. Or Ashpenaz. Salakia. Ashpenaz.
Strong's H828. Ashpenaz.
Ashpenaz is the chief eunuch of Nebuchadnezzar. So that's that eunuch that I was talking about later on in the chapter. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of the eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and of the king's seed and of the princes. What king? Jehoiakim. Okay? Children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. So that's what they did. They took them, they taught them their ways. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. Okay. So let's jump back down to Daniel 1 in verse number 10. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who have appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse likened than the children which are of your sort? Okay, well learned, within the king's palace, okay, of royalty. Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar. Okay, hold on now. Is it Ashpenaz or is it Melzar? Hold on, who's Melzar? Let's eat. Guardian and officer of the court, meaning dubious. So he's a guardian and officer of the court, okay? All right. Guardian and officer of the court. Then Daniel 1 and 11. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Okay, let's look at that word pulse.
Strong's H 2235. Zeroim. Zeroim.
And that means
And the
vegetable.
form just below that. Zereonim. Zereonim.
So the pulse goes into vegetables, as sown, it says. So those are the vegetables, the pulse to eat. Let's read that again. Daniel 1 and 12. Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days, their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. Okay, that's pretty much my point, man. You gotta eat your vegetables, man. He didn't want to defile himself with the king's meat, but he ate that which was sown, which is those vegetables, okay? Basically saying, you know, he rather obey the Lord than follow man, okay? And his countenance looked better. He looked better, okay? We look better, okay? The more we depart from this world, I never had a beard on my face, man, okay? To some people, that might look like unshaven is a correlation between having no money, okay? Having no investment in this world, okay? That might be the thought that they get in their head, okay? But the outer man, let me get that. I don't even want to chop that up. I just want to know what that is. It's not about the outer man, it's the inner man. Okay. Second Corinthians 4. 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. Let me grab that. 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. For which cause we faint not, But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and an eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, having that faith. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal, okay? And that's what we're working for. That's why the outer man is perishing every day. That's why you see grays on my face. Constantly shaving your face, you don't see that. You look renewed on the outward day by day, but inwardly it's unchangeable, okay? The outward is perishing, but the inward is being renewed, man. All right? It's a beautiful precept. Second Corinthians 4 and 16. I'm gonna read it again. For which cause we faint not. Actually, let me start up at 15. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many rebound to the glory of the Most High. For which cause we faint not. Well, yeah, we faint not. Okay? We still enduring. We still doing this work. But through our outward man, Salakia, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day, man. Let's look into that word, renewed. Let's look into that word, renewed.
Strong's G 341. Anakainao. Anakainao.
Anakanao. To cause to grow up, new, to make new. New strength and vigor is given to one, to be changed into a new kind of life, as opposed to the former corrupt state. Okay, our soul is fighting against the flesh, man. And this is a byproduct of that, when your soul is fighting against the flesh. That's why we're not worried about the things you see. It's the things you don't see that we're battling against, okay? And this is just an output. Okay, you following the commandments. It's gonna be your output when you actually battling, okay? When you're doing the work, when you're doing the Lord's will, man, you're gonna change. Outwardly, it's gonna look like the outward man's gonna perish, okay? You ain't gonna have to line up anymore, okay? Because you realize all this shit gonna be destroyed, okay? We seeking the Lord 10 times more, not these women, we ain't going to the club every week trying to find one of these girls to sup with, when all she gonna do is give you an STD, okay? That's off the rip, because she's sleeping with a bunch of homosexuals. And if she likes you, then she probably thinks you're a homosexual too, all right? Now, if a woman sees you doing the work, or she wants to be humble, because we're coming into that time in Isaiah. What's that, Isaiah 4:1? Because we're the prize, man. These women ain't, they're property, man. Just like the couch that you sit on, or a pot that you use to put water in and boil, she's just like that, okay? And she needs to humble herself down to know what the Lord created her to do, okay? We both fighting the same battle, trying to get right with the Lord, but her getting right with a man is her getting right with the Lord. Humbling herself is her getting right with the Lord. That's her keeping the commandments. And her outward appearance is gonna change too. But you can't be fooled by the outward appearance, okay? Just because she might have a headband, might wear fringes, got a garment on every day, calling you Lord. That sounds good, it looks good, but the Lord knows her inward thoughts, okay? And we see that with that IUIC situation. IUIC, guess chick was sleeping with another member from there, man. That's a disgrace, okay? So her and that guy should get stoned to death, okay? So maybe we should set that up and put them both to death, man, so we can get rid of this evil that's in Israel, okay? But I'm just playing, but that's what will be done in a situation like that, okay? Let's go back to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2, and verse number 9. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. That's all that's in this book, man. So I don't know what precepts they're bringing out, but if it's not adding up to being Lamentations, mourning, and woe, then it's a lie, okay? That's the king's meat. That's the doctrine of men. Prosperity. How are you going to preach prosperity when the Lord said this place is going to be destroyed? That's like putting people into a burning building, or putting people into a building, locking the doors, and then demolitioning it and blowing it up. That's what y'all are doing. We're saying, hey, don't go into that building. They're going to lock the doors and they're going to blow that shit up. Yeah, but it looks nice on the inside, okay? It looks nice on the outside. They got air conditioning, Wi-Fi, electricity, okay? That's that burning building, man. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna be destroyed. Okay, you're supposed to be a pilgrim in this time. We try to remind our people that this is not our land, this is not our rest. Okay, but what do they want to do? They want to set up some type of peace, some type of rest here. You know, they want to establish themselves here so they can, because they, in their minds, they think this is gonna last longer. It's gonna last at least for their lives, but they don't know the Lord's prolonging your life so you can see this destruction. Just like He said, then you're gonna know that a prophet has been among you. Okay, they're gonna know it. They're gonna know it, and they're gonna know it when they're waiting for those missiles to come here and destroy Babylon. Okay, the word's gonna hit them in their noggin like, oh snap, he wasn't lying. I wonder where they're at right now. Okay. Then when you see the chariots, oh, what's these lights? Why is everything look? Oh shit! Someone might get beamed up right next to them. As a matter of fact, he told me his son was an Israelite. So your son knows that he's an Israelite, but you don't know you're an Israelite. That's the days that we living in, man. Confusion, Babylon. You've been on this world way longer. He's told me he's 60 plus years, man. 60 plus years without knowing the truth, man. Okay, I thought I came into this late. You know, I got this word when I was in my 30s, and I thought that was late. But just because you're 60, you can still get it, man. You can still get this word. It still be an asset to your people, man. Okay. Let me see, is that it on there? Yeah, so we gotta eat this whole roll, man. We can't be eating of the king's meat, okay? We gotta stick to this right here, the pulse, all right? This is our pulse right here, the vegetables, man. Okay, the oil, this is that water. We don't need the wine, all right? Which are those different philosophies, okay? Democracy, religion, homosexuality, okay? You can make it in this world. That's wine. That's the king's wine. We don't want to drink of that wine. Okay? We want to remain sober. We want to drink this water right here, which is the word. Okay? Matter of fact, let's jump over the book of let's jump over the matter of fact, let's jump over to Isaiah 14 and verse number 1. For the Lord Yahweh, this is Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. What land is that? He will set them in their own land. He'll set them in Israel. Okay? That's another thing. He don't know what's going on, man. He don't think he's Israel. He don't know that the heathen's in his land, man. He don't get that. He's not mourning for the land. He ain't mourning to go back home, man. He likes it here. Okay? And this place is going to be destroyed, so he's going to be destroyed with it. All right? And he's been warned. I hope he sees this video. He has my channel. But this video, you inspired me to talk about you, because maybe someone else can get some edification from this, man. I don't come out here to be belligerent and rude. Sometimes I'll be out here, I just came into this truth. The truth, you gotta eat that roll, man. It's bitter and sweet, okay? Sometimes, you might not be, you're bitter. You're bitter, man, okay? Sometimes you come out, and that's how the Lord wants it too. You might come out a little more vulgar when you first get into this truth, but hopefully that'll settle down, and you gotta find a balance between the bitter and the sweet, okay? And that's what I'm trying to do, okay? Trying to find that balance of being that bitterness and that sweetness, okay? But it'd be hard when, when you're trying to share this word and it's good news. It's not like I'm trying to say, it's good and bad news, actually, okay? Bad news if you a heathen, and it's bad news if you 2/3 of Israel, man. It's bad news for them, so I get it. But there's a balance that we gotta keep, and we gotta strive to keep that balance, man. And once you get that balance, I think you'll be able to bring in more fruit. Okay, you can be more edifying when you can control your spirit. But it's not an easy task, man. It's not an easy task. Okay. Isaiah 14:1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Okay, the Lord's gonna set them in their own land, Israel. And the strangers shall be joined with them. Okay, those strangers are talking about Israelite foreigners. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's jump into that. All right, let's get into that. Okay, Isaiah 14:1. Okay, I'm going to that word strangers, Israelite foreigners. Okay, the Hebrew word there is gar.
Strong's H1616. Guard.
All right, that's Strong's G1616. The Hebrew word there is gar. It means sojourner. Okay, a temporary inhabitant, a newcomer lacking inherited rights, of foreigners in Israel, though conceded rights. Let me look at the word conceded. Look at that word conceded. Define conceded. No, I don't say, not conceded, but CONCEDED. Admit that something is true or valid after first denying of or resisting it. Surrender or yield to something. Okay. So foreigners in Israel, though admitting something is true or valid after first denying it. Right. Let me look into the root word, ger. Be a stranger, sojourn. Okay. So to be a stranger, to sojourn. Okay. Let's look at that word sojourn. Sojourn. A temporary stay. Okay, let's read that again. Isaiah 14:2. In the people, 14:1. And the strangers, Israelite foreigners, shall be joined with them. Who? And they shall cleave to the house of Israel. So we got these strangers that are going to be cleaving to the house of Israel. Okay, Israelite foreigners cleaving to the house of Israel, but they conceded rights, denying it at first, but then finding out that it's true. Okay, just like we did. We're those strangers, man. We're sojourning in a land that's not ours, not knowing that we're Israelites. We find out the truth through the precepts, through Yahweh Shem Yahushua giving it to to the apostles and elders, okay? They shared it. They're like those Israelites, okay? They clave unto the house of Israel, to their identity, okay? To their, Salakia, to everything that they learned, which is the house of Israel. They claiming their rights, okay? They didn't know it at first, but then now they know that's them. And they clave onto it, and we cleave onto it too. We're cleaving to the house of Israel, okay? All 12 tribes. Who else is cleaving to the house of Israel, okay? Who's claiming to be Gad, Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, Reuben, Manasseh, Ephraim, Zebulun, Simeon, Levi, Benjamin, Judah? I mean, we got people claiming to be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, but the whole northern tribe, who's claiming to be that? Who's cleaving to the house of Israel? Who's coming together under one banner, okay? It's us, brothers, okay? We're those strangers. We're cleaving to our national identity. I mean, our heritage, all right? We're coming back to the realization of who we are, and we're gonna cleave unto that. Not everybody's gonna cleave unto that. They're gonna still think they are whatever the world called them. They don't believe the Lord made 18 nations. Why is it that the so-called Arab man knows that he's an Ishmael? Why does the Arab man know he's Ishmael, but nobody else knows who they are in the Bible? You talk to our Iranian knows he goes back to the Persian Empire, but you talk to any of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they don't know where they're at in the Bible. They think they're the Gentiles, okay? So we're those strangers that are cleaving to the house of Israel, okay? As a matter of fact, because you know you got people claiming that they're for some reason, that's crazy. There's another church here too. No matter where I go, there's a church. How you doing, brother?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, is that a church right there?
It is. It is.
What are you Christian? What's your
Yes, I'm Christian, yeah.
what's your denomination?
It's evangelical.
Evangelical.
Pentecostal, yeah.
Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You too?
Well, I'm just an Israelite.
Yeah.
I believe that the Latinos, I believe that they're Israelites.
It's good.
I think they're the children of God.
I know all that tribute there.
Yeah. But it's funny that, because you know the Lord works in mysterious ways.
We have only one Lord.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's one.
The world is many denominations.
Right.
There's only one. Yeah.
That's right.
Many names of church, different people live on the same guy. Yeah.
Now Pentecostal is 50 days after the Lord died. Pentecost means 50 days. They celebrated. That's when they got the breath of life. In Acts, was that the first chapter or the second? They got the breath of life.
The Holy Spirit, when the Holy
Yeah.
Spirit's coming. Yeah.
That's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful.
What place you going? What place you going?
What do you mean? I don't go to church.
Oh no?
No, I just study,
Okay.
and I just stay away from everything else. I try to stay strictly with the Bible.
Yeah, that's good way. Keep it. Keep going.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank
It's a blessing.
You too, brother. Thank you. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So Isaiah 14:2, and the people shall take them, Salakia 14:1, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Okay, they're gonna cleave to their nationality. They're gonna cleave to these precepts. Okay. Oh, actually, I want to grab they're gonna cleave to the house of Israel. Okay, the strangers, Israelite foreigners. Long story short, They're the ones that are gonna cleave to the house of Israel. You know, the Lord is dangerous, man. The Lord, side note, I left somewhere else to come somewhere else. And this is how you know the Lord is sealing the instructions, because everywhere I go, I end up in front of one of these churches. Everywhere I go, man. It don't matter the time. It don't matter, you know. And you know what? At the other place, a lot of people walk there and they, but that's the best conversation I had with a male from, he said he knows about this. He knows about this, you know. But I'm gonna let him talk, you know. He knows, he said. He said he knows. Which is beautiful, man. Which is beautiful. Now what is he teaching, you know? Does he believe? He said he's Pentecostal. Does that mean you got the Holy Spirit? Are you waking up your people? I don't got that many subscribers. People walk by every day. You got all these people gathering up against you. The Lord gave you a task. Are you doing it? He driving a nice big truck, beautiful truck, man. He might be the dude, man. But he knows us. So the word's going out, man. The word's going out. Let me get back. A real precept that I want to get. We were talking about the strangers. I was thinking about Leviticus. Leviticus. Let's go to the book of Leviticus. Okay. Line upon line, precept upon precept. Leviticus 19. I believe it's 30. Leviticus 19. And hold on, let me save my spot. Leviticus 19 and 33. Actually, yeah, Leviticus 19 and 33. It says, "And if a stranger sojourn with thee in your land, ye shall not vex him. But the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be unto you as one born among you. And thou shalt love him as thyself, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God." Okay? Just like stranger, okay? Just like when Moses, for example. When we looked at that word, it said Gar. Gar goes back to Gershom, or Gershom. Okay? Moses' son. Okay? In Exodus, the 2nd chapter. Let me grab that. Okay? So the Hebrew word for strangers in Isaiah 14 and 1 is Gar, okay? Now I'm going to Exodus 2. It says Moses escapes and goes to Midian because he slayed the Egyptian. In verse number 22, it says, and then he met, I'll read it. Let me read it. "Now when Pharaoh heard that, and he sought to slay Moses, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, How is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, And where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. And Moses was content to dwell with the man. And he gave Moses Zipporah, his daughter, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom. For he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. So he went to the land of Midian, okay? He left Egypt, where he was from, okay? Moses is an Israelite, all right? But this is before they went into the land. So he was pretty much considered an Egyptian. He was born in Egypt, okay? But he went into Midian, had a baby with a lady, and named him Gershom, okay? Now I'm gonna go into the Hebrew word for Gershom, Okay?
Strong's H 1647. Gershom. Gershom.
Gershon, it means foreigner. Okay? Firstborn son of Moses and Zipporah. Firstborn son of Levi, a son of the priestly family of Phinehas, who returned from exile with Ezra. Okay? So, hold on. And when you go into the root word of Gershom, it goes into garis, to drive out, expel, cast out, drive away, divorce, put away, thrust away, trouble, cast up, to thrust out, to be driven away, be tossed, to drive out, drive away, to be thrust out, okay? So that's an Israelite, okay? He was never born in the land of Israel, but through Moses, that baby's an Israelite, even though the mother was a heathen, okay? And that's the same thing with us. Not that our mothers were heathen, some are, some weren't, but we were born in a foreign land. We were foreigners to Israel, okay? Now Gershom, for example, he would be able to return by learning. He might have grew up as a Midianite, but then learning this truth from his father Moses, he would know that he's an Israelite and he gonna cleave to Israel, okay? Just like we cleave into the house of Israel. It's the same thing, all right? So let's go back to Isaiah 14. And some people think that, the church might say Israel's done away with. A lot of church people think, Israel, at one time in the Old Testament, he was dealing with Israel. But now we're in the New Testament. The Lord came and he died to bring in everybody into the covenant. Okay, even though that's false. It's probably not 100% exactly what they believe in, but it's somewhere along the lines of that. That the Lord pretty much is not dealing with Israel anymore. Okay? And that's not the truth. And we got precepts to get that. I mean, there's a couple precepts, but I'm gonna go in Romans 11:1. It says Israel is not a castaway in the blue letter. It says, I say then, this is Romans 11:1. I say then, have the most High cast away his people? God forbid. The Most High forbid. That means no. For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. This is Paul speaking. Okay? He's saying, I'm from the seed of Abraham. I'm from the tribe of Israel. Okay? Benjamin. I'm an Israelite. Okay? He ain't cast away his people. Okay? Let me grab that in 2 Corinthians, I believe it's 13:1. It reads, examine yourself. 2 Corinthians 13:1. This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. The mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Then we grab Paul, okay, and we're reading it in Isaiah. All right. So that's how we establish the facts here. Okay. Let me grab another precept. I think it's the book of Zechariah 9:6. The book of Zechariah, chapter 9. Actually, no. No. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's go to Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. I'm going to start from the top. Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers, Israelite foreigners, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Okay? They're going to cleave to the house of Jacob, man. Join with who? Join with those Israelites who return back to cleaving to the house of Israel. Okay? Just like Apostle Tahar, Abba Bivens. Okay, we've been cleaving since about 1969 when that spirit came back to us. Okay? And our dead bodies rose up. All right? Then we started following the commandments. Okay? Then we started, learning more and more and more. Now we're cleaving even harder than before. There's way more people cleaving to the house of Israel. Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them, those Israelites and the Israelite foreigners, and bring them to their place. Okay, and the people shall take them, talking about the heathen, okay? And bring them to their place, talking about Jerusalem, Israel. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of their Lord for servants and handmaids, okay? So that needs to be established. We're going to possess the heathen for servants and handmaids, okay? Slaves, all right? And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Who were the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans captives to? Okay, Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathen nations. The Assyrians need to pay. The ancient Babylonians need to pay. The ancient Persians need to pay. Okay, ancient Greeks, ancient Romans, the modern day Romans, the modern day Greeks, the modern day Moabites, Ammon, all of them, every heathen. Ishmael, don't forget about Ishmael, okay? All of them need to go into slavery for what they did to the children of Israel, whose captives they were. That needs to be fulfilled. We were captives in their lands. They sent us like gifts, okay? They sold a boy as a harlot and a girl for wine or something like that. They got to pay for all of that. And they shall rule over their oppressors. Yeah, everywhere Israel's being oppressed, their oppressors are going into captivity. Okay. Now, I was gonna bring up Zechariah 9:6 because there's someone in that land today claiming to be you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but they're not the true people, but they are there fulfilling prophecy, okay? And they have to be there, okay? Because according to Slocky, this stuff that's in the air, man, it's crazy, man. Should be coming out of nowhere. Zechariah 9. Let me get out of here. Okay, they gotta fulfill prophecy. As a matter of fact, should I start in Luke 21? Because they're doing there's a couple things that why they were placed there. Okay. I'll start at Zechariah 9:6 while I'm already here, man. It's the book of Zechariah. Prophecies against neighboring nations, it says. 9:6. Zechariah 9:6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Ashdod is in the land of Israel, okay? A bastard's there. Who? Esau. Esau is in the land of Israel today, okay? Claiming to be pretty much claiming to be the southern kingdom, all right? I don't hear him claiming to be anybody from the northern kingdom. He kind of acts like they're forgotten and done away with, man. You know, they all died in Assyria. He don't even acknowledge the Apocrypha, okay? He don't acknowledge Ashtaroth, okay? So there's a bastard dwelling in Ashdod right now, all right? And he got to fulfill prophecy, okay? What's that? Jeremiah. Hold on, let me get it. Yep, this is the book of Jeremiah 50 and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that he have taken against Babylon, Babylon's America, and his purposes, okay, the Lord's purposes, that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Okay? Who's the least of the flock? The bastards in Ashdod. Okay, they're the least of the flock, man. Okay, they're small. They're small compared to the rest of Edom, man. All right. Not only that, where they're at, Lord said he made them small among the heathen, man. They despise him, man. That's why he's over there, and they despise him in that area. Okay, talking about the Middle East. They want him out of there, man. Iran don't mess with them. Egypt, they all like. And then when you look at it on the map, Israel's so small, man, compared to Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt, you know, all these Arab countries that are surrounding it. Then you had Palestine, okay? Palestine is, well, now they're going after them, all right? But they're gonna draw them out. Draw who out? Draw Babylon out to the battle in the Middle East. okay? Because the Lord got a determination, okay? According to, what's that? Let me see. Is that Zephaniah 3 and 8? Let me grab that. Let me check. Sometimes I be going off. It's the book of Zephaniah 3 and 8. This is it. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, until the day that I rise up to the prey. Who's the prey? Esau. He gonna be the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, all the nations. What nations? All the heathen nations. That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation. How he's gonna do that? He gonna get Babylon, because he's gonna make this land desolate by bringing them into that Middle East and getting this place destroyed. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay, going into those thermonuclear missiles, those chariots. Okay, that's all to appease the Lord's anger. Okay? All right? So, they're fulfilling that there's a bastard in Ashdod. Okay? They're fulfilling right now that they're going to draw the least of the, they're going to draw them out, talking about the Babylonians, into their crap that they're dealing with over there. Okay? And then I had another one in Luke 21 that I wanted to get. Luke 21. Yahushua prophesied about this, man. It's Luke 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled, man. So the Gentiles are in your land now. Who's a Gentile? These other nations, okay? Everyone but Israel. There's a couple Israelites there from what brothers are saying, because we're scattered through all nations. But it's not, it's the majority of Israel is here in Babylon, okay? So they got to fulfill the time of the Gentiles. They got to fulfill that drawing them out, okay? That's what, and as much as they try to not fulfill it, they have to fulfill it. They're going to fulfill it, all right? So that's what's up with that, man. And this is why we cleave into the house of Israel, man. Because when you actually learn about the Bible, you realize all these heathen nations, man, they're spittle. Okay, according to Isaiah the 40th. Let me get that. They're spittle, man. Isaiah 40 and like, hold on, let me grab it. Isaiah 40. And 15, behold, Isaiah 40 and 15, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles, or the islands, as a very little thing, man. They're a drop of a bucket. They're a very little thing. They're like the dust on a balance, man. Okay? You might have might be weighing something on a scale, man. Some type of powdery substance, and once you get the weight you want, there's still a little bit of residue that's on that scale. You don't scrape the scale to get the rest that's on the scale. You leave that alone, okay? And that's what those heathen nations represent. They don't represent the part that's valued, okay, that weighs up to what matters. They represent the dust of the balance, okay? Or you might have wheat or something, you put that on there and there might be a little bit residue from the wheat that you're measuring up to you know, whatever. You're not gonna try to scrape that off. No, it is what it is. Here you go. Next. So the small balance is negligent or negligible, okay? And that's what he's comparing these heathen nations to, okay? So what's the benefit of being an Israelite? Okay, let's go in there. Romans the 3rd chapter. Let me get it up. Let's go to Romans the 3rd chapter. Let's see what Paul said about the benefits, because he was trying to get those Gentiles in the right state of mind. Okay, because of the Greek captivity, we were lost to our customs, and then guess what? A lot of them started to cleave to the house of Israel, man. These Gentiles, they started to cleave. They're from all over the world. They started cleaving, man. All right, just like the same thing that's happening in Acts is happening today. We got prophets. We have all these other churches. Okay, we're still fighting against the principalities. Actually, I was just looking into that. I did come out yesterday. My video got banned because I said something about the jab. I said it wrong. I might have said the real thing, and they didn't like that. Okay, so and then I realized a lot of my this app that I was using to put up videos, man, I wasn't even getting any sound in there. Now it has sound on my side, but when I upload it, I normally don't check it because I'm thinking it's good. And I already watched it before I uploaded it, but then I went through I had to get rid of like 15 videos, a lot of videos, man. A lot of videos. But you know what? It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful, man. Because I was still doing the work, you know what I mean? There's a beautiful picture over here I want to share. Let's see if I can get that. I can't zoom in. All right. Yeah, that's Gad over there, man. But that could be Issachar too, man. There's some beautiful pictures over here in Lynn, man. Lynn got a bunch of beautiful pictures. Bunch of beautiful pictures, man. All right, let's go over to the book of Romans, man. I'm in Revelation. I'm bugging out, bro. I'm bugging out. Give me a second. You know what? Should I get it? Acts, Romans 3 and verse 1. What advantage then have the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Okay. Yeah, what's the advantage of being a Jew? What's the advantage of being an Israelite? Because during that time, only the southern kingdom was there, okay? Because the northern kingdom, because of the Assyrian captivity, we gotta say it, we gotta keep reiterating, during that time, the northern kingdom was here in America, and we learned that by reading 2nd Esdras 13:40 down. Okay, it talks about what happened to the northern kingdom. You won't be able to find. Actually, you will be able to find Assyria going into Israel, but you're not gonna find out what happened after that until you go into the Apocrypha. Okay, Esdras reveals that. That's a huge revelation to Esdras, man. That's a huge piece of knowledge if you know that, man. That's a beautiful piece of knowledge, man. Because we think about America, we just think about Indians, and we just think about it. We don't have that bridge, man. But 2nd Esdras 13:40 bridges all of it together, man. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, man. He bridged it, man. All right? So you got to read that if you a so-called Latino or Native American, man. That's your history. How you got here in the first place. Y'all were the first ones here, but y'all didn't just pop up here. Y'all came from somewhere, okay? And that account is written in the Bible, okay? In the Apocrypha, okay? The hidden book. Y'all are a hidden tribe, the lost tribes, man. Okay? And this word's for you because you weren't there during the time of the Northern Kingdom. You know, the only reason Judah, Benjamin got it, like, you know, you might see the Southern Kingdom out here a little bit more, is because they kind of was there longer. Okay, they stayed there. All right, you came over here and just created a whole new identity out here. So having that understanding, we got to deal with the Northern tribe with more understanding. Okay, that's why it's good to get this balance, man. Because you come off too hard, they're gonna look at you like you're just a nigga, man. But if you come out with that right balance, I think the Lord can use us to, you can wake up anybody, man. You just gotta have that right balance, man. And that's what I'm striving for, striving for the mastery. That's what we all should be doing. Okay? Maybe we can talk to someone that's going to church and he not bug out and you not bug out, because we're really brothers. Maybe y'all can get somewhere and agree on something. That's the first time I saw a church guy even say, you know, bless you. You know, he believes in one God. He got the zeal and he knows about the word. You know, some Israelites be scared to come up and be seen talking to someone that's out on the highways and byways with a garment. They're wearing church shoes, and you know, it's a stumbling block. Everything's a stumbling block. The way we speak, it's a stumbling block. The way we talk, the different translations we use, they're all stumbling blocks. Okay, but it's our job to we're just sowing seed. Okay, and then, you know, you might watch some videos, then we water that seed. Okay, and the Lord, it's the Lord doing the increase, man. He's the husbandman, man. He's doing the work. You just you sow the seed and water it. That's it. You know, if they come back, you sow the seed. If it gets watered, and maybe somebody else, they might see you, they might see somebody else. They might not agree with what you said. They didn't hit them the right way. Then they might go somewhere else, and but the seed was already sown. You see? That's how it works. Okay? So, that's why we do this work. Now, let's get back to Romans 3:3. What advantage then have the Jew, or what profit is there of the circumcision? Okay? And what advantage of it? Advantage. Let's look at that word advantage. Actually, let me keep reading first. I'll be going to jump a word before I finish my point. Let's read that again. Romans 3:1. What advantage then have the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? And Paul says, much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High. Ooh, that's chiefly. Okay? That's the most important thing of it all. These oracles were given to the children of Israel. This wasn't given to the heathen. Okay? Israelites. Israel. That's the point. That's what Paul was telling them. That's the advantage. When you go into the word advantage, Romans 3:1. Romans 3:1. Let's look at that word advantage.
Strong's G 4053. Perisas. Perisas.
Perisas. Okay, goes into exceeding some number or measure or rank. Okay, yeah, Israel's ranked number 1, man. What's the advantage? You're ranked number 1 with the Most High. It says exceeding some number or measure or rank or need, over and above, more than necessary. That's the advantage. You're more than necessary. You're more exceeding. You're more above. Okay. Super added, exceeding abundantly, supremely. Okay. That's an advantage. You're more supreme. Something furthermore, much more than all, more plainly, superior. That's the point I was looking for. Extraordinary, surpassing, uncommon, preeminence, superiority, more eminent, more remarkable, more excellent. That's the advantage of being a Jew. That's the advantage of being an Israelite, because Jew goes back to Judah, but the whole southern tribe was called Judah. Okay? But it's talking about Israel. That's the advantage of being an Israelite. That's why in Romans 11:1, he said, I'm also an Israelite. That's why he was on the highways and byways. Okay? He gave up the world. He gave up everything he knew. He count that as dung, he said. That's why we got to count this as dung, man. And Paul's work is so beautiful, because if it wasn't for him, the word wouldn't have went from Antioch all the way to Rome. And then from Rome, what happened? Peter and John still kept doing the work, man. They went back to the temple, man. talking about Pentecost, man. That's when Peter and John, man, they got the Spirit, man. They went and preached. 5,000 were added. Okay, and that same word's being preached today. Okay, and we adding way more. Okay, getting that converting, getting that cleaving of the house of Israel all back together. Okay. Getting that cleaving. Ooh, let me read that again. It's the book of Romans 3:1. What advantage then have the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly, first, because that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High. Let's look at the etymology of that word, oracles. Okay. Oracles going into like, let me get it. Let me just see. Let me go get it. Let's look. The oracles. Let's look at that. Oracles.
Strong's G 3051. Logion.
It says a brief utterance, a divine oracle, doubtless because oracles were generally brief. In the New Testament, the words or utterances of the Most High, of the contents of the Mosaic Law. Yeah, we were given the law. If you go into the root word, it goes into logios. It means a learned man of letters, skilled in literature and the arts, versed in history and the antiquities, skilled in speech, eloquent, rational, wise. Okay. So it goes into the Mosaic Law. Yeah, we were given the law. Okay. What also came with the law, statutes, and the commandments. Okay. So we learned the oracles is what pleased the Lord, man. We learned how to please the Lord. None of these other nations know how to please the Lord. That's why their ways are profane. Everything they do, that's why they're a drop of a bucket to him, man. Like we read in Isaiah the 40th chapter 15. They're just like a drop of a bucket. He ain't sharing nothing with them. Yeah, he set them up to be in rulership, to oppress his people. But that's only to prove us, make us better. Where is his inheritance? Where his jewels? He's cleaning us up, man. He's putting us through the fire, man. He's making us good and goldly. Where is inheritance? What do you expect? You're not gonna do that with something you don't care about. Man. We're gonna take them jewels, man, and we're gonna make them shine. Once we have these laws, statutes, commandments in our inward parts, man, forget about it. But then we're gonna make his feet to shine, the place of where he rests his feet. Okay? It'll be beautiful. All right? Actually, let's look at the etymon. Because we were also given these prophecies, okay? And that's the beauty of it. Now we know the beginning and we know the end. Okay, and we want to do everything that we can in the present time to try to, while we got a chance, we got a chance to be saved, have mercy and all that. Why wouldn't you fight for that? That's what we're fighting for. Okay. This is the etymononline.com. I just typed in oracle. This is late 14C. A message from a God expressed by divine inspiration. And we know that word inspiration goes into getting that breath of life. Okay? Through a priest in answer to a human inquiry, usually respecting some future event. Okay? That's prophecy. Okay? These are the oracles, man. We were given that. Only Israel was given that. Okay? Yeah, he gave some visions to Balaam, Nebuchadnezzar, and others. Okay. He showed them some things. But did he show them the end? Did he show them what the ICBMs mean? What the least of the flock is? Okay. I mean, Balaam prophesied against Edom. All right? But he shared that with his servants, the prophets. All right? As a matter of fact, let's go get that. I'm jumping over to Revelation 19 and 10. It's the book of Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, sayest thou, do it not. See thou do it not. Salakia, I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, okay? So that's that inspiration that has us out here on the highways and byways. That's that breath of life. That's why we're capable of prophesying, because the Lord gave us the spirit to do so, or the inspiration, or the breath, okay? Or the Holy Spirit, all right? Let's jump back to Romans 3. I hope I broke that down. I'm trying to make it simple and plain, man. Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? It says, God forbid. So that means no. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Okay, that's pretty much it on that. That's pretty much it on that. So we got the spirit of prophecy. We got the oracles, man. We Israel, man. We're the #1 rank. We're the superior race. All right? And everybody wants to be that. Okay? But nobody wants to go through the fiery furnace. Okay? They don't want to go through the affliction. All right? But they weren't created to go through that. They were created to look from afar and see. And then at the end of that process, what they're going to see then is going to be, ooh, it's going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah. What the Lord created. That cluster of the grapes. All right? It's going to be beautiful. And that's what we're striving to be, man. And technically, we already have the Lord already. He chose us. We didn't choose him. All right? So the water Yahweh Shem shot for that, man. Sending his son down here to be a worthy enough sacrifice for all the sins we committed against him. We the most rebellious, man. He chose the most rebellious house, man. You the most rebellious, you're going to go through the most shit to get right. All right? And that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. All right, let's actually jump over to Deuteronomy. Chapter 4. I'll start at 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Yeah, this is what makes us. This is his law, statutes, and commandments, man. They make us shine, man. Okay. This is our wisdom in the sight of the nations, man. Because, you know, if you can't please the Most High, how are you going to get? He didn't even make a, that's another thing. And the oracle's going to the promises too. It's the covenants, okay? These other nations ain't got that. And this is this is the highest level of knowledge, man, given to us from the Most High, man. And once these laws and statutes are being implemented in the world, we're gonna see how beautiful that following the law, statutes, commandments, why they're gonna be praising us in those days. They're gonna see, wow, surely this is a great nation, man. Great. Let me read that again. Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. That's another thing. Our inheritance, okay, is Israel. Okay. Israel is our inheritance. All right. So he gave us a land. He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. And then we're gonna have favor in his eyes. And we ain't gonna look what he did with David, man. He won all of his battles. Ain't nobody gonna be coming up against us anymore, man. That's gonna be a wrap. That's gonna be a wrap, man. Lord, I can get into some of the, that's gonna be a wrap. Let's keep going. Deuteronomy 4:6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. We got to do these law, statutes, and commandments. Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great? Yeah, what nation is there so great? Who's better than Israel? That's what they're going to, who's better than him? I don't know why y'all don't get it, man. Who have the Most High so nigh unto them? He gonna know the Lord's dealing with us, man. Who has the Most High so nigh unto them? As the Lord, our power is the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Our power is in all things that we call upon him for. Let me read that again. Deuteronomy 4:7. For what nation is there so great, who have the Most High so nigh unto them? As the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, our power is in all things that we call upon him for. The Lord is in all things that we call upon him for. It's beautiful. Hey, brother. You're an Israelite, bro. Oh, you don't speak English? Hey, I hope I get that cloven tongue just out of nowhere. Lord, well. You take pictures of me, man. Take as many pictures as you want. But tell your slave owner that your ass is going to slavery and his ass is too. Okay? Some white bitch came out of nowhere. Maybe coming out of that side. I don't know, she's somewhere over here somewhere. Bitch. I say that because we get people, sometimes I don't even be, it's not even when I'm out here, I get people taking pictures of me all day long, man. It's nonstop. And what's beautiful about it is, it's all ages, they all doing it. I see them young, old, they all do it. It's like, I don't know how, they got some type of system and when they know when you're around and they take pictures of you. You know what I mean? They take pictures of you, and for what? Who knows? Who knows, man? I got this long picture right here. You can watch it on YouTube, man. Fruit from the Branch. Look it up, subscribe, learn your destruction. All right? All right. Let's keep going. This is the book of Deuteronomy 4:8. And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? Yeah. None of them do. None of these nations are great because they don't have these law, statutes, and commandments, man. Let's jump over to verse 7. Deuteronomy 7:6. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7. And is this 6? You know what? Let's start from the top. When the Lord thy power, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy power, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua be enkindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua thy power. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. I just want to squeeze that all out, man. So we're supposed to be burning down these altars. You ain't supposed to be sleeping with no Canaanites, man. We don't know who's a Canaanite. You know, but that was the commandment. When we went into the land of Canaan, man. Make no covenant with these heathen over here. All right? We're going to destroy their altars, their images, and burn their groves. And that same thing's going to happen here, but the Lord's going to do it this time. Yahweh Shai. Okay? He going to know who's Canaan, who's not. He going to know who's Esau, who's not. Okay? His elect, when they get those bodies, they're going to know too. Okay? And he said, y'all are special people, man. Special, something that's special, man. You know, you cherish it. All right? It's rare. It's important to you. All right? It's your favorite. It's near and dear to you. It's the apple of your eye, man. Okay? You enjoy it. Okay? And it, in this case, is a nation of people. Okay? As a matter of fact, it's like 12 nations of people. But Israel is just one big, huge family, one big nation, man. Okay? And he didn't set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. Right. You were the fewest of all people. As a matter of fact, when we go to, I think it's Genesis 46. Let me grab that. Genesis 46, 27. The sons of Joseph, which were born him in Egypt, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, were 70. Okay, that's 70 souls, man. That came into Egypt. All right. Now, there's more into that, because when you go into the Acts says there's 75. There's a breakdown on that. Very simple breakdown. All right. But let's keep going, man. Let's go to the book of Malachi, man. So don't let nobody fool you, man. We ain't Israel. Yeah, you gotta keep your faith, man. You gotta have your faith. You gotta hold on to it. What you've been taught it, you gotta hold on to it, man. And it ain't easy. It's tough, man, being Israel right now. You got all these promises. You're a special people unto the Lord. And you can't serve him like the heathen, man. That's the only difference between us and them. Everywhere I go, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. The word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's the book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse number 6. For I am the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I change not. He ain't never changed, son. So he ain't the Lord in the Old Testament, and then he comes to the New Testament. Now he doing a whole new, completely different thing. He cast off Israel. We already read that he didn't do that in Romans 11:1. It's a beautiful dog, brother. You know, so we know he didn't cast off Israel. So the promises still apply to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the patriarch and their lineage. Okay? Not Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Ishmael. Okay? It ain't work like that. So all these false doctrines, you got to get up out of that. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Yeah, he would have been destroyed us. Okay? He ain't suffer us to go through what Esau's going to go through. He going to get consumed. He left a remnant for us. Okay? He chopped us down multiple times, but he always left a remnant. Okay? So, that's that love, man. That's that love. Okay. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 23 and verse 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie. Yeah, he's not a liar, man. He said he changed not in Malachi 3 and 6. And now he's saying in Numbers. Okay? Before Malachi. I'm not a man and I change not, man. He told us from the beginning, man. These are the oracles. That's only shared with Israel. Okay? Let me read that again. Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? He gonna make it good. Okay? Those promises that he promised to Abraham. Okay? We're gonna take those whose captives they were. He gonna make that good. Okay? Bind their kings with chains and fetters of iron. He gonna make that good, man. Prepare slaughter for their children, for the iniquities of their fathers. He gonna make that good. Bring them hither and slay them before me. He gonna make that good. This is his word. These are the oracles. Okay? He's not lying about this stuff. All right? It's good as gold, man. You can cash this in with the Most High. Now, you can't go to Bank of America and cash it in because that's of this world. Okay? He gonna make all of it good. Okay, I'm trying to think, man. Because this knowledge is very important that we know this knowledge, man. That we know that he gave it to us and we understand the importance of having it. Yeah, this is it. 1 Corinthians 3 and 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. Why is it foolishness with the Most High? Because the ways of this world lead you to death. All these heathen, all their ways, it all leads to death. This is the only thing that leads to life, man. And there's a bunch of philosophies in 18 nations out there. So there's 17 different ways to go. And then there's sub paths you could choose as you go in the wrong way. Okay? You can go with Ishmael, and then there's mad denominations you could choose from. You can go with Ham, mad denominations you could choose. You can go to Elam. Elam got more paths than them all, man. So you know you're gonna be messed up. You go with Elam. You go the Hindu route, you out of here, man. Matter of fact, you might kill yourself and sacrifice to a god, the rat god, for you know whatever he promises you. When you die, if you sacrifice your soul, I'll turn you into whatever you want to be in the next life. Oh, I'll believe that. I want to be a millionaire. That's that path. There's a path just like that, just for people. It was one thing I saw. It was Ham. I forgot. I don't know what they believed in, but they made this guillotine. Him and his wife gave up their head to some god. They did it together, man. This shit just took both of their heads off, man. Stupid. So these philosophies, they're dangerous, man. And eventually all of them are gonna lead you to falling off a cliff. But this word, the oracles, they only apply to Israel. And you got a path that's being cleared up out the way. Every brother that's on the highway and byway, we trying to clear that path. more importantly for Yahweh Shai, but also so we can be in order, so we can welcome him. Okay? Welcome him to salvation. Welcome the destruction that's coming into place. Welcome everything that's written in the book. Okay? Everything that's written in the book, we want to happen, because that's going to lead to our salvation, our rulership. Even if it's the straight gate, even if it's going to get tough, even if we got to go through a famine, go through a pestilence, go through some wars. Okay? Go through some skirmishes. All right? For that salvation. Yeah, we're going hard for it. We're putting everything on the line. Some of us going to go to prison for it. It's all good. Whatever it is, man. We want it. Okay? Let me read that again. Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? He gonna make it good, man. Okay? He gonna make it good. So this is what we putting all our money on, man. All right? This is what we putting the house bet on. We all in with Yahweh Shai, a Mashiach. All right? We're gonna do his work. Give you a pound, you better get 10. It's the book of Jeremiah 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, that it shall no more be said that the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. And they ain't gonna be talking about, oh, the children of Israel are the ones who came, you know, the Lord parted the Red Sea and delivered them from the hand of Pharaoh. And it's no more gonna be said that. Verse 15, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. The land of the north, man. Land of the north, talking about Babylon. Okay? America, Salakia, the land of this North America, Salakia. Talking about North America. And from all the lands, whether he had driven them. Yeah, we've been driven in all the lands. Okay, he gonna make sure that he gonna get us from there. Okay, he gonna take us out of those lands, wherever we're at. Let me read that again. Jeremiah 16:15. But the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whether he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Okay? From the seed of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, patriarch, their fathers, man. Your fathers, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Your forefathers. You know, just like how you look at Mount Rushmore, you see, who's that? Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, those other two Edomites who took down some of your forefathers to put their nasty faces up there. Yeah. He's gonna bring you back in the land, just like we read in 14:1. Isaiah 14:1. Y'all are those strangers, man. And you're gonna possess them who had you in captivity, man. Whose captives they were, okay? And we were captives to them. All right? And this is not we're mad about slavery. No, we understand why all these things happen. You have no power, Esau. The Lord gave you the power. He was punishing us through you. According to Proverbs 17, I always say Proverbs, but it's really Psalm. Psalm 17 and 13. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, which is your sword. And he used Esau as a sword to smite so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Get you out of the land of Egypt. Okay? I mean Egypt. Get you out of Jerusalem. Okay? Been gone for over 2,000 years, man. That's crazy. If there was a time clock, you can go back 2,000 years, man. This place would look different, man. Trees will start growing up again. All these buildings will fall down. This shit look like a paradise. See Gad running around with war paint, you know? It's beautiful. Let me grab this in Ecclesiastes. It's the book of Ecclesiastes. Man, these fucking little bugs, man. 4 and number 16, there's no end of all people. Yeah, there's no end of all people. All 18 tribes, they're still here. That means Israel's still here. That means Edom's still here. Things need to still be fulfilled. Even of all that have been before them, they also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. The point is, there is no end of all the people, man. There is going to be an end for a people, but they're all here. This is what this is saying. Okay, they're still here. Everybody's still here, man. All right? Everyone's still here. So these things still need to be fulfilled. These things still need to be all these prophecies still need to come forth. Let me grab this in the book of Lamentations, the 4th chapter. Book of Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Yeah, you're getting uncovered. You're going to be drunken, okay? And you're going to make yourself naked. And you're being exposed right now. We see you for, and all these other nations are starting to see you for what you truly are. How your democracy destroys their countries. How your fiat currency is just, it's betrayed. You got people believing that paper money is valuable and gold is not. Nah, let me just put the gold on my neck and walk around like a damn fool. Put the money to my ear, and this is the real value. Okay? These cars and shit. Not resources. A car that breaks down. Okay? Something that depreciates. No, that's the real value. Make something that depreciates look really good and sell it for a lot of money. Okay? Sell your gold for cash. It's backwards, man. Straight up backwards. The punishment of thine iniquity, this is Lamentations 4:22, is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Yeah, we ain't going back into slavery, captivity. He will no more carry thee away into captivity, like he just said. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom, and he will discover thy sins, and you're going to be made bare. Okay? So rejoice and be glad. Live it up. Have fun. Go to, I think Bryson Tiller just came out to Boston, man. That shit should have been filled with you Edomites, man. And two-thirds Jake, they partying with you, so, hey, live it up, man. Live it up. Okay? Rejoice and be glad. Matter of fact, let me jump over. I wanted to grab something. Let's go to the book of Luke. Let's go to the book of Luke 17. These bugs are eating a nick. Eating a nick. This is the book of Luke 17 and 15. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back and with a loud voice glorified the Most High. The fuck? Slacky, that ain't it. Luke 17 and 5. And the apostles said, actually, hold on. Let's start at the top. Luke 17 and 1. Then said he unto his disciples, it is impossible, but that offenses will come, but woe unto him through whom they come. It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and he cast into the sea, than that he should offend one of these little ones. Take heed to yourself. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him. And if he repent, forgive him. And we got to do that too. Just like that brother I was talking about, man. That's what we're here. We're here to rebuke and reprove you, okay? And if he repent, forgive him. And if he trespass against thee 7 times in a day, and 7 times in a day turn again to thee, saying, I repent, thou shalt forgive him. Okay, but that's if you in the right spirit, man. Okay, you ain't just gonna forgive him if you gotta forgive him. If use your discernment. And the apostle said unto the Lord, increase our faith. And the Lord said, if ye had faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye might say unto the sycamore tree, be thou plucked up by the root, and be thou planted in the sea, and it should obey you. That's just a little bit of faith. Let me look at a mustard seed. So mustard seed is small, man. It's a little mustard seed. With that little bit of faith, man, you'll be able to say, be thou plucked up by the root and go into the sea, man. We're gonna pluck Esau up by the root. Might pick him up and just throw him somewhere, man. But that faith needs to be increased. Okay, we got a little bit of faith, but the Lord's gonna increase that faith in us, man. To the point where you could do that. Okay? But which of you having a servant plowing or feeding cattle will say unto him by and by, when he is come from the field, go and sit down to meat, and will not rather say unto him, make ready wherewith I may sup, and gird thyself, and serve me till I have eaten and drunken, and afterward thou shalt eat and drink. Exactly, man. You don't tell your servant, man, feed your servant, man. You're gonna feed yourself. You're gonna make sure you're good first, and then you're gonna worry about him. That's what the servant's here for to do. You're supposed to serve the Lord, okay? And then after you serve the Lord, then the Lord can help you out. How was your day, brother? You look like you work hard today, man. Well, you have a good day. You too. Okay. So you got to make sure that, but which of you, let me read that again. Luke 17:7, but which of you having a servant plowing or feeding cattle will say unto him, by and by, when he is come from the field, go and sit down and eat. Yeah, he out there doing the work that he's getting paid for. You watching him, you're like, hey, you don't why don't you come here and eat? But he's your servant. And will not rather say unto him, make ready wherewith I may sup. Yeah, that I can eat. And gird thyself and serve me. Yeah, get ready to serve Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Because he need to eat first, and then we'll eat. We got to make sure our master's good, and then he going to make sure we're good. Till I have eaten and drunken, and afterward thou shalt eat and drink. Yeah, to let the Yahweh Shai do what he needs to do first, man. Make sure he's good first, man. Doeth he thank that servant because he did the things that were commanded him? I trow not. So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do. Yeah, it was our duty to do this work. Okay, we're not expected, we were supposed to do it. Whether we get paid and getting put to death or not, you're supposed to do the work. No excuse. The Lord got to eat first, man. All right? It's the book of 1 Corinthians 3:6. I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase. Okay? Yeah, we planting these seeds, man. Let the Lord get an increase, man. Lord will. And Apollos water it. So we planting, we watering, but the Most High gives the increase. Okay? You got that little bit of faith, man. might be the little bit of faith you need to get out of what's coming, man. Okay? Because that's the only thing we gotta keep, man. We gotta keep our faith. Let's go to the book of Romans 13, verse number 22. No, that's not 22. Let me see. Hold on. Or is it Romans? Romans 3. I'm going to jump down to 21. It reads, "But now the righteousness of the Most High without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, even the righteousness of the Most High, which is by faith of Yahushua Mashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High, being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Yahushua Mashiach, whom the Most High have set forth to be a propitiation through faith in his blood, to declare his righteousness for the remission of sins that are past through the forbearance of the Most High." Okay, so through this blood we get those remissions of sin. Okay, that's why we got to do this work, man. Okay, so we can be covered by that blood. We accepting that sacrifice. "To declare, I say, at this time his righteousness, that he might be just and the justifier of him which believeth in Yahushua. Where is boasting then? It is excluded. By what law? Of works? Nay, but by the law of faith. Therefore we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. Is he the power of the Jews only? Is he not also the Gentiles? Yes, of the Gentiles also." Talking about Israelite foreigners. "Seeing it is one God, which shall justify the circumcision by faith and uncircumcision through faith." Okay, talking about these Israelite foreigners, man. Okay, and the Jews. Those Israelite foreigners, they were Hellenized. Okay, being called uncircumcision by the circumcision, being called a Gentile by the Jews. Okay, now we coming together. He's bringing in those breaches. "Do we then void the law through faith? The Most High forbid. Yea, we establish the law." Okay, we got to establish the law, which means no, we don't void the law. We're not using that as a cloak of maliciousness. Our faith, we got to keep that faith, but we still got to walk in the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, you can read that for yourself, man. So don't believe these lies that people tell you, man. All right? And you following these law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to see some changes. You're going to see this world for what it really is. You're going to get that light. Actually, let me see if I can grab that precept. Can't think of it talking about how the commandments are light. The commandments are light. Oh, come on, man. I'm pressing. There's a couple precepts. I'm looking for this one. Let's see. It's the book of Psalms 119 and 105. Let me get it in the right translation. This is shit. Where is it? Is the KJV, man? They don't even got it in the KJV. I don't want the new King James. Let me get it out there. They got every version but the King James for some reason for that precept. That's crazy. I use that app all the time, and it failed me. All right, this is the book of Psalms 119 and 105. It says, "None, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." See? It's a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. And you walking in all darkness. So you're going to be able to, by using the commandments, be able to avoid the traps and snares. All right? That's out here, because there's a lot of them. Okay? You need that faith. You need to follow the law, statutes, and commandments all the way into the end. Okay? Because, you know, the devil got traps and snares out here trying to get you in. All right? You got to think about how Shah was rebuking that devil, man. He was rebuking the devil by using the word in Matthew, the 4th chapter. Okay? And that's going to be, that's what it is. Okay? When you jump over to the book of James, chapter 4, in verse number 7. "Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Okay? That word resist goes into fight, man. You got to fight the devil. A lot of y'all getting attacked by the devil every day. You don't even know it, and you ain't even fighting either. You just getting bombarded. You getting beat up every day by this devil, man. But we out here smacking the devil, we kicking him, and we shooting at him with these epistles. Okay, we burning them. Okay, that's why you hear these sirens going off, these fire trucks going off, man. Because we pissing the devil off. That's another sign that you making some noise in the spirit, though. Okay, we ain't burning anybody physically. It's all spiritual. Jump over the book of let's jump over to the book of Revelation, chapter 20. A new heaven and a new earth. It's the book of Revelation 20 and 11. "And I saw a great white throne and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were open. And another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works." Okay, so the elect are going to be written in the book of life. And when those books are open, people are going to get judged. Okay? We want to make sure our names are written in that book by doing everything by putting on as the elect. Because that's what the elect will be doing in this time, in the last days. Fulfilling the will of the Lord. Okay? So that's a token unto your faith and your works. All right? And like I said, why wouldn't you be doing this work if you know it could lead to a penny, which is that salvation? Because we about to get into some very turbulent times, man. We don't know what's going to happen. Well, we know what's going to happen. We know famine, pestilence, wars, okay? Plagues, famine of the word, RFID chips, all right? The test of your faith. And you need to be stacking up your faith, man. You need to resist the devil. You need to fight against the devil, man. How do you do that? You got to build up your faith. Okay? Book of life, baby. We trying to get, well, you were written in it from the beginning. If you are the elect. Let me grab this off my phone, man. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. Where you at? For we must all appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. Yeah, we got to receive everything we done, whether it be good or bad. Okay? We just hope we've written in that book of life, man, where our sins are forgiven. Because that destruction, man, even if you get hit with a laser beam and you spontaneously turn into the elements, I'm sure that's probably not a good feeling. Okay? I'm sure that's not a good feeling. That's probably one of the worst ways to go. And it might just zap you and slowly just break you apart. You know? Who knows? I've never been zapped with a laser beam from Yahweh Shai, but I know it ain't. It's specifically it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Don't think you getting away easily by getting zapped. So, book of Matthew 22:9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. Yeah, you supposed to bid to the marriage, man. Get them ready for this wedding that we're gonna have when Yahweh Shai come back with those laser beams and everything. You wanna make sure that the angels with Yahweh Shai see nothing but righteousness when they look in your direction. Because he gonna know who's who, man. And those beams, the way those chariots work, the spiritual. You can read about it in the first chapter. So it's gonna be precision strikes, man. Esau think he got precision strikes. He'll blow up a whole damn building with a bunch of kids in it just to get his target. Okay? But no, Yahweh Shai gonna be able to shoot through a building and get you specifically in the midst of everybody. Okay? Precision. Those sharp instruments, man. You know? As a matter of fact, let's jump over to Matthew 11. Matthew 11. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 11. Actually, should I start at 5? Let me see. Matthew 11:5. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. The lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Okay? Because when you go to Matthew, the 10th chapter, at the top, it says the 12 disciples' instructions for service. Let me read that from the top. Matthew 10:1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now the names of the 12 apostles. So he gave them power. All manners of sickness and all manner of disease. Maybe I should just start from the top. Matthew 11:1. And it came to pass when Yahweh Shai had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities. Now when John had heard in the prison that the works of Amashiach, he sent 2 of his disciples and said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see. The blind receive their sight, and the lame walk. The lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. Blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Okay, just like he's saying. Okay, because John the Baptist was locked up, man. John the Baptist was locked up, sent to his disciples to Yahweh Shai. You know, and he was going through a phase in your faith where you start to doubt. Okay, that's the battle. But he had his disciples go back and tell him all the miracles that Yahushua is doing, reinforcing John the Baptist. But when you look into what's that group's name? Not the IUIC. Hey, brother. Listen, brother. Not the IUIC, but the other group. What the hell is their name, man? I can't even think of it. General Yohana in that group. I don't know why I can't think. One West. They don't believe John. They say John fell out the truth because he, you know. But Yahushua did the same thing when he prayed for 3 times. You know, he wanted to get past them. That's a test of his faith, man. He didn't fall out the truth, man. What's wrong with you people, man? You people are bugged out, man. I'm telling you, man. Hold on to what you have, man. I'm telling you, hold on dearly. Matthew 11:7, and as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness to see, and reeds shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. Hold on, one more. I'm gonna jump down to 15. Matthew 11:15, he that have ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken? But whereunto shall I liken this generation? Talking about this generation. It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows. Talking about you Israelites. Okay? I'm that child that's out here singing and dancing. And saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. Yeah, that's what we're doing out here, man. We're piping, we're singing, but y'all ain't dancing, man. Okay, in the marketplaces, in the agora, when you go into that word, where am I? Markets. Let me just grab it, man. It says agora.
Strong's G58. Agara. Agara.
Okay, agara. The public debating. Any assembly, especially of the people, the place of assembly. I'm right in front of a church, man. I mean, you might not see any stores. It's kind of a train station here, you know. And over here, this one, just a nice little spot. It's like downtown area. But wherever the Lord puts me, He put me right in front of the church, man. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm going right in front of the church, and I don't even be knowing it either. That's Job 33:15. Let me go grab that. Okay, it's the book of Job 33 and verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. He keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword. So when you're sleeping, he's sealing those instructions. Okay, so you can do his will. Okay, it might have been his will to talk to whoever that was. That might have been the priest that I was talking to. Because he's driving the big GMC Denali. Come on, man. Come on. That's an $80,000 vehicle, man. The Sierra, GMC Denali Sierra. And he got aluminum. Come on, that's a lot. And the gas prices, man, that's a lot in these days. That's a lot of money. Okay. So let me see. Am I done with Matthew? Let me see. Matthew 11. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Let's go to the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. Yeah, nothing else could have healed us, man. It wasn't no mollifying plaster or any herb that restored us to health, man. It's this word that's gonna restore us back to our nationality, man. Bring these broken bones together, this skin back together. That's healing you, man. Now you can walk, okay, uprightly and do the will of the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. For thou hast the power of life and death. Thou leadest to the gates of hell and bringest up again. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so the Lord's doing all this work, man. He's doing it all, man. So he's doing it all, man. And I'm glad in the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for healing me. Giving me this word, man. It has been an ointment. It is the ointment. This is all you need, man. This is that salvation we looking for, man. We're going to fight to the death. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 4 and 11. For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahweh Shai's sake, that the life also of Yahweh Shai might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore we speak. That's why we out here, man. Because we believe. This is a token of your belief, man. We believe, therefore we speak. Okay? That's how we know, maybe you don't believe, you ain't saying nothing, man. Okay? If you believe, you're going to speak, man. You see all this wickedness going on out here, man, you're going to say something about it, man. All right? Or if not, that means you're complacent with it, which means you are an unprofitable servant. And you know what comes with being an unprofitable servant, man. You didn't know the Lord was an austere man? Come on. Matter of fact, let me grab that. I think it's, I don't know, I just want to grab it for time's sake. Luke 19. It's the book of Luke, chapter 19 and 21. For I fear thee because thou art, it says, let me start at, I'll start at 20. And another came saying, Lord, behold, here is thy plant. Luke 19 and 20. And another came saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. Yeah, you had this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You hid it in a napkin, man. For I fear thee, because thou art an austere man. Let me look at that word austere real quick.
Strong's G 840. Austeros.
Austereas. Of mind and manners, harsh, rough, rigid. Okay? Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And he saith unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then gavest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required my own with usury? And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound and give it to him that have 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Lord, he have 10 pounds. For I say unto you, that unto everyone which have shall be given, and from him that have not, even that he have shall be taken away from him. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Yeah, you don't want to do the will of the Lord, man. You want to be a wicked servant? He gonna take that from you, man. All right? And if you don't want to serve the Lord, you gonna get slayed. All right? Simple as that, man. Lord's an austere man. He gave you this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You better make it work. You better make it work. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20, in verse number 9. Actually, let me start at 7. Jeremiah's complaint. O Lord, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. Okay, mocketh mean like they laugh at what you're saying, man. They ain't taking no heed of what you're saying. For since I spake, I cried out. I cried violence and spoil, because the word of the Lord was made a reproach unto me, and a derision daily. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. Yeah, he wanted to give up. He wanted to stop prophesying about Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Especially to these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They're rebellious. All right? But his word was in my heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones. Yeah, it was like a burning fire, man. His word's like a... How can you not speak, man? How can you not speak, man? Here it is. You ain't being like Paul Revere. You ain't sounding the alarm, man. You should get put to death, man. You crazy? What the hell is wrong with you, man? That shit don't make no sense. Matter of fact, let's jump over to Revelation. Chapter, I think it's 2. Towards the bottom, let's see. Nope. Nope. Let's jump to 3, man. Maybe it's 3. Yeah. It's the book of Revelation 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. He rather you cold or hot, man. Not lukewarm. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Okay? Spew means to vomit. Okay? And vomiting is a violent act, man. Because whatever you spew out, you don't want to put back in. Okay? So it's for nothing, man. Get the cleanup crew, man. Because that's out of, get that vomit out of here, man. You don't want to get spewed up being lukewarm, man. You want to be hot. That's how he likes it, man. Do it the way he likes it or get spewed out, man. Be a castaway. Let me read that again. Jeremiah 20:9. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name, but his word was in my heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing. He had to speak, man. It was burning him inside. And I could not stay. Yeah, he just kept. Jeremiah did it. He got this word. He did the same thing. All right? And it's in every, that's why brothers on the highways and byways, man, this word's burning them inside. That's why they come out and teach. Okay? The book of Matthew, chapter 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Okay, we the wolves of these nations, man, these heathen nations. Most importantly, the big bad wolf is Esau, Edom. Okay? Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Yeah, you gotta be smart, man. Okay? You gotta choose your battles wisely, man. Okay? You gotta understand you're in captivity. You ain't got no rights. All right? You're a slave here. All right? You gotta be harmless as a dove. That don't mean just let somebody attack you. You can defend yourself. But use discernment. Understand what's going on. Count the cost. Matthew 10:17. But beware of men, For they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. When you go to that word scourge, it says like it's like it's whipping you violently, man. Okay. Like violent, what did I say? When I clicked on it, I looked it up earlier and I forgot what it said. I keep forgetting. I'll just go back into it. To flog. Yeah, they gonna hurt you in these synagogues. And then when you look in that word synagogues, it goes into an assembly. Okay? But it also says where trials were, let me get it. Because in these churches, where is this? This is synagogue, okay? Strong's G4864. It says the buildings where those solemn Jewish assemblies are held. Synagogues seem to date their origin from the Babylonian exile. In the times of Yahushua and the apostles, every town, not only in Palestine, but also among the Gentiles, if it contained a considerable number of Jewish inhabitants, had at least one synagogue. The larger towns, several or many, or even many. These were also used for trials and inflicting punishment. Okay? So nowadays, they're not going to put you in a synagogue to put you through a trial. They're going to put you in one of their in their courts. They're going to put you in a court. Okay? Fucking heathens, man. Matthew 10:18, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Yet the Lord gonna put the Spirit on you to say what he wants you to say. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute, that's pretty much it on that. He that endureth unto the end might be saved, man. You gotta go through it, man. Your family gonna turn, your people gonna turn on you. You gotta keep going. All right, I'm about to wrap this up, man. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna end it here on Revelation 2, in verse number. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 25. But that which ye all have already, hold fast till I come. Yeah, this wisdom, knowledge, the understanding, doing the will. Hold that faith, man. Whatever you got, do all that work so you can build up your faith, but hold on to it. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Okay, you're fulfilling Isaiah 14:1. All right, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Okay, a rod of iron is going to a vigorous rulership, okay? As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers. Yeah, we're going to be breaking these heathen nations, man. When you look at Egypt back in the day, it shows slaves carrying big, huge boulders, you know, Esau, and you got these Egyptians just whipping them in the back. That's a rigorous rule. Even as I received of my father, okay? Just like Yahushua, we're going to be joint heirs in the kingdom with Yahushua. All right? So with that, I'm going to end it right there by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. And shalom to the hopeful elect on the highways and byways. Shalom, brothers.